Alright, thank you very much, OBS. Ladies and gentlemen, how is it going? My name is Joy Lucky, and this is the second time I'm recording this, and I'm in a very bad mood right now, because even worse than earlier, because I spent 30 minutes recording this and talking, parching my voice. My voice was so parched at the end of this video, because I had talks for 30 minutes straight, and guess what? It didn't record. It recorded a pitch black screen with weird audio. Thank you very much, Radian. So, not using Radian, I'm using OBS now. I don't like using OBS because at the start you can see my overlay and then I have to close it. It's annoying, but whatever. But it does record it, so I'm using OBS now. Ladies and gentlemen, holy crap. I can't, I just don't want to record this video again. Ah, my god. I pinpointed everything so perfectly in that video. I'd said everything I needed to. My voice was gone. My voice is still gone, but I'm just gonna have to talk again. And now I have to re-record this. Right, so let's get into this. Probably another 30 minutes of me talking. I probably should have gotten like a glass of water or something with me. Don't have that, so I'm just gonna have to get that after this. So yep, the time has come. The changes I want to see for this amazing game that has amazing potential that we've all wanted, but is just not giving us the cherries, the sprinkles, chocolate syrup. So yeah, so the state of the game, Glowstick have made a great game that we fans have wanted since about 2015, 2014. Not joking. Legit, this was a question early as, I think, when the school demo was released, which one person played. Yeah. So, people have asked Glowstick for a multiplayer for so long. And they did it, and we were so excited. And I remember the beta being announced was even more exciting, especially since it was a sign-up. Like, people were like, oh, this is cool, people are signing up for it. That's really cool. That must mean this game's going to be good. And yeah, the beta was very, very low content, but it was still really fun. But at the current state, I feel like the devs have made a bit of a mess of the game. And I'm, of course, talking about the balancing issues of Monsters and Mortals. So today I'm sharing my opinions on what I want to be fixed and changed. So this will include balancing the two sides, the modes and maps, and also the characters individually and their ultimate abilities. So I'm not gonna talk for 5 minutes over this because again my voice is completely gone. So we're gonna talk about part 1. The sides. By this I mean mortals and monsters, which I said the wrong way around on purpose to annoy you people. I don't know, nah, I'm joking. I just said that because why not. So of course the mortals are weak compared to the mortals are weak compared to the mortals. I made an amazing. I'm so good at grammar. I'm so good at English. Mortals are weak compared to the monsters, right? Well, at beta, yes. The mortals were weak, but they could still fight if they needed to, but they couldn't fight so much as they could just bully the monster. So it was balanced. Even Evans was pretty balanced back then because his heavy wasn't really doing that much damage, so it wasn't a problem. But also, technically now, no. 3 mortals against a monster, with the exception of the Dread Ducky and a power type, the mortals overpower the monster. Because some mortals have ultimate abilities that you would think a monster would have, or abilities that can delete, just pretty much humiliate monsters. And we're talking about Maze Escape mainly. The mortals are 80+% of the time bullying the monsters. So my personal opinion to this is that the monsters need a health raise, but not a damage boost. I think the monsters originally, Agatha having 300 health, I believe Balance having 400, 500 for the powers maybe a bit of a stretch. Yeah, I'll get back to the powers in a minute. I just think the speed and the balanced at least both need some health improvements. The mortals are killing them. They are at speeds in particular are getting killed at full health by Pen of all people. Pen is killing Agathas and fiends at full health with her ultimate ability. Why on earth? Why? Just why? So we are now going to talk about that. So right here is what I personally have put as my ideas for the health raises, etc, etc. So personally I think speed should have a 240 minimum health boost by going up to a maximum of 300. They are too easy to kill. Evans can nearly delete, especially if they got hit early on in the match. Evans is deleting that speed type. Pen with her ultimate, if she gets the free stuns in, that speed type is gone. And Borisov can freeze and honestly most of the time can just tank the damage from that speed. Yeah, he might be low on health, but he still killed you. So you've lost your ultimate, you've lost your whatever you had. You have to start over again. Amazing. So yeah. Yes, speed type, I think 300 health is reasonable, so they can survive these sort of things, but, you know, they're not, like, crazy buffed, you know what I mean? Anyway, balanced, maybe 300, maybe 320, maybe 280, 290, 330 maximum. The balanced types, they're so-and-so. I think balance is honestly a good way to describe these. Excluding Dread Ducky, we will get back to that piece of garbage in a minute. But besides from that, Clown and Monkey, yeah, I'd say balance pretty much explains their kits in a way. Nothing too crazy, of course. But I think a health boost for them is pretty crucial. Powers, however, I think are probably fine where they are. Maybe 400 health maximum, but honestly, I don't really think they need it. I mean, Evans can still take away half of their health with his ultimate. Borisov can still slow them, and Pen can deal reasonable damage to them. But aside from that, yeah, they're probably fine at 360. I wouldn't worry too much about them. So part 1, discussion, my final thoughts. Give the monsters more survivability. Give them more health, please. Especially the speed types. They need more health. 4 heavies with a power mortal and they are Thanos snapped. Why? Oh why? Oh why? Oh why? Oh why? Oh why? Come on, just give them more survivability. They've already got the low dam. Well, they've got pretty high damage output, I guess. But, like, still, come on. Just give them better health. It's not that hard, right? Again, I think 300's pretty reasonable for a speed. Again, 250, 240 minimum. I mean, like, surely that's not, like, stretching it. Or at least in my opinion, it's not. So again, I personally think they need more survivability. Part 2, the characters. Oh boy, isn't this funny. Dread Ducky, we're gonna give him his own little bit of the video soon enough. Agatha, Borisov and Evans are crazy. Dread Ducky, again, I'll just get back to him later on. But I think you guys pretty much already know the basic of Dread Ducky. I probably don't even need to talk about him in this video. The Agatha Ultimate, we're going to start at the Agatha Ultimate. It is stupid. Press Q and the weakest character loses 100 health. Weakest. Who most of the time are probably got just under 100 health or maybe just over 100 health, but then that's just leaving them so weak. Like, you could literally just light them and they're gone. Yeah, goodbye Pen, thanks for those 50 shards. I know that's for the Borisov section, but still, I mean, you can still easily kill Pen. The Borisov ult humiliates the monster and is insane in Soul Collection. In my personal opinion, Evans and Borisov are neck and neck for the strongest Soul Collection characters, because Borisov, he has the health advantage and the damage advantage. Because Borisov, of course, having 60 more health than Evans, meaning he can survive one extra heavy. He takes one extra monkey heavy more than Evans, meaning he also can survive better. And also, yeah, goodbye Pen Pen. Let me just heavy Pen Pen 3 times and she's losing 50 soul shards. I mean, oh my god. And then Detective Evans is a big just why. I don't need to talk about Detective Evans, but what I am going to say is I think I have a good way to possibly help counter these. First of all is icons or animation changes. If Detective Evans, if Borisov, if Dread Ducky have their ultimate ready, they will have a special icon above their name, the player's name. Evans will have a flashlight, Dread Ducky will have his mouth, and Borisov will have a fire extinguisher. This will show that they have their ultimate ready to go, or instead do it for their animations. Maybe Evans is instead of like just carrying his flashlight, maybe he's holding his flashlight forwards while he's running. Maybe Borisov is actually like running with his fire extinguisher, and maybe Dread Ducky has got his mouth like showing open slightly, but it's like coiled back, like it's about to launch, like he's like a snake, like it's about to attack. These things I think would help a lot. Maybe Monkey, like his like little wind up key starts going very crazy, like it starts spinning like mad, so you know that he's got Slicer Dice already. Brute, maybe like there's fire effects going round him, so you know he's got his magma charge. Ways to tell that the character is about to press Q and win the battle. Clown Gremlins and other ones, Fiend, they're not really important because their ultimates, nothing insane. But especially Evans, Dread Ducky, and Borisov, I think it should be good if they had ways to distinguish theirs. And probably Brute as well, and Malik. Malik, technically, he already has one. If you guys don't know, you can actually slightly see his eye coming out of the ground under his shoes. And that shows that he's got his ultimate ready to go. Because, of course, he needs his eye prop to do it. So it's like, it's there. It's the model spawns in with him. So, yeah. The ultimates, I've pretty much said the basic. I think animations and icons above for the characters would help. Evans maybe with his holding his flashlight forward, or maybe even his flashlight's turned on while he's running. Borisov maybe holding a fire extinguisher while he runs, and Dread Ducky with his mouth coiled backwards but his mouth open, so you can see his you can see his mouth like coiled backwards. And Brute, of course, fire effect. Malik maybe actually holding his eye, etc, etc. Now you could say, like, how would they be able to do their attacks without the model getting in the way? Simple, just don't animate the model with it. Just Malik will still do both of his attacks. He won't be using his eye though. His eye he'll be holding it, but he just switches his eye with his other hand. So if he does his heavy, he switches his Malik eye to his left hand. If he does his light, he switches it to his right hand. Easy. Pierce has 400 health with her ultimate. Her heavy is spammable and has stupid range, which is so funny. So funny. Pierce has 400 health with her, and her heavy is spammable and has stupid range. Yes, you can argue that you can still get that health away from her. She regenerates it, so you still have time to keep heavying her, so she will lose the health. But still, at the end of the day, she still has 400 health when her ultimate is ready to go. So that is just amazing. Final thoughts. Animations. Characters holding their ultimate tools. Give us a way to know that we are about to get Evansed to death. Give us a way to know that we should not be going for Borisov right now. Give me a way to know as Pen Pen and Soul Collection that Borisov has his extinguisher ready, and that if I go near him, I am dead. So I can run away in the opposite direction. Let us know that the Brute is about to charge into me, so maybe if I have a banana I can get it ready in time, or I can run from a little more and try and get a banana to obviously cancel his ultimate. I feel like these sort of things would be amazing, and they would work so well. Animations, let me know what you think about this idea. I think especially Evans needs this sort of thing, and Red Ducky most likely as well. Part 3, we've got the maps, and also the bosses, which I've obviously not named there, but yeah, the bosses as well. We're also talking mainly about Maze Escape here, but it can relate to other game modes as well. First of all, in Maze Escape, Monkey Business is a balanced map due to the fact that there's a lot of shards for the mortals to get, so they can obviously make up for like pen deaths. But at the same time, there's not so many shards that the monster can't, deduct a big amount of shards from them. Elementary Evil, on the other hand, had a ton of soul shards, and the monster could kill Pen 3 times, and the mortals could still open a portal maybe second last wave. But then we've got different types. So Monkey Business is going in favour of either side, whereas Elementary Evil is going into the favour of the mortals. Stranger Sewers is going into the favour of the mortals because the map is so linear and big. As a monster, it is such a pain doing a maze escape as a monster in the sewer map. It is a horrid map to hunt down mortals in. Oh my god. You can go as a power monster if you don't want to get Evans to death, Borisov's, but then you're probably not going to catch anybody. You're probably not going to reach the portal in time either. You can go as Agatha, you can go as Fiend, but you're probably going to get a Detective Evans flashing you and killing you. Or you're going to get a Borisov slowing you and just taking small hits. And then backing off, because that's what he does. Deadly Decadence is in the favour of the monster, because the shard's strict for mortals. The shard count is so strict that in a game once, with a bad monster, the monster got stunned, killed a pen. Okay, we lost 50 shards. But my team, the monster didn't get any other kills. Our team collected nearly every shard per wave, but in the final wave, it took us until the 20-second mark to get the portal open, just because Pen died once. 50 shards, and that pushed us back about 1 minute. It's crazy. And the Titan Watcher. Well, actually no, I'm getting back to the bosses in a minute. And Monstrum, great map, but of course the bosses. So now let's talk about the bosses. Doomducky is a balanced boss. Doomducky and Chef Monkeys, in my opinion, are both the balanced bosses of the games. Some people could argue the letters are alright as well. I personally think that, yeah, they're definitely not nearly as bad, but they are still quite annoying. But they're not overpowered to say, they're just really annoying. Kind of like Chef Monkeys. But then we've got the Titan Watcher and the Boss Brutes. Oh my god, what a sin. Boss Brutes are crazy. They can shoot their fireballs from big distances and they're very accurate. They can shoot their fireballs through solid objects and still hit you on the other side. And their they can catch up. If you're slow, they catch up to you. You can't go into them to, like Chef Monkey, so you can avoid the attacks. They're going to punch you, deal 35 damage by punching you. When there's 4 of them. Oh my god. Titan Watcher, on the strictest map for shards, is one-shotting people as a power mortal at full health, which is 240 health. So how do you think it is for a Beerus and a Pen who lose even more shards than a power? Yeah, I think you can see where I was going with that one, eh? Holy crap. What a very balanced boss system. The bosses need to be balanced. Personally, I think Doomducky needs to be buffed, in my opinion. I think he should throw more frequently in the middle room, and maybe he should be a bit faster in the hallways. The letters, I think they're fine. Chef Monkeys, I think they're fine as well. Titan Watcher, he needs a damage and accuracy nerf immediately. Nerf the damage and the accuracy of the Titan Watcher. And the boss brutes either nerf the amount of them or nerf their fireball damage, nerf their accuracy, maybe even nerf their speed. They are so brutal. But there you go, maps. That is my final thought of maps. But before I get to the finale, let's talk about the Dread Ducky. Yep, he gets his own part of the video. Dread Ducky, Dread Ducky, Dread Ducky. I'm about this thing you're about to hear is a Dread Ducky player. Just listen. Did you hear that? That is my Q key. That is my Q key, which is left of my W and right of my tab key. This key is used to activate an ultimate ability. Dread Ducky's ultimate ability is called the win button. What's that? It's called Ducky Surprise. No, I think you're mistaken. I believe last time I checked it's called Press Q to win, aka the win button. Dread Ducky, let's start with his attacks alone. His light attack has the best range of a light attack and is spammable. His heavy attack is very quick and also is so hard to dodge. And his ultimate is ridiculous. Dread Ducky can kill a power monster, the healthiest enemy in the game, the toughest character in the game, a power monster, from full health with his Q button. And then all he needs to do is, he doesn't kill them, but they're still stunned for about one more second after, where all you need to do is press that right mouse button and bam. Target down. Glow stick, please. What were you thinking? I love you guys, but what were you thinking when you programmed Dread Ducky? What were you thinking? He ruins Shard Mayhems. He ruins maze escapes. I once got a game of Shard Mayhem where I got 6 kills as Malik and didn't die once. Amazing kill streak as Malik. Last 20 seconds of the round, a Dread Ducky got to me, pressed Q and killed me because I was around about in the 200s, because of course I've been fighting a lot, but I managed to get myself back to the 200s. Dread Ducky Q'd and killed me. And do you want to know how many shards I lost? 200 soul shards. 28 stab wounds. I'm joking. I just wanted an excuse to say that. I am not joking. I lost 200 shards. And you better believe I lost that game. Oh my god. Dread Ducky is the most brainless thing ever. If you're saying that you're a Dread Ducky main, why are you playing this game? Oh, that's right. Because you want to win a match. If you're playing Dread Ducky in Maze Escape, you're going to win unless the mortals are really good or you're really trash. But you honestly don't need to be that good to even win with Dread Ducky. You really don't. In Shard Mayhem, Dread Ducky's pretty much an easy win. Pretty much. I just can't with Dread Ducky. Honestly, were Glowstick drunk when they was Vince drunk when he programmed Dread Ducky? I'm not saying that as like an insult, you know, I'm not trying to say that in an insulting way. Like, it's more, but like, honestly, what was Vince thinking when they made Dread Ducky's ultimate? Why? At least Agatha doesn't one-shot people. Well, she kinda does. But at least she doesn't press Q and delete anyone. Why? Just why? It is so crazy to think that Dread Ducky is winning matches because he's stealing 100 plus shards from a player who's gotten a 6+ kill streak as a character and not died yet. Then Dread Ducky comes along, presses Q, then he waddled away, waddle. Then you waddle away with 200 shards to your name, which you got not from collecting but from pressing Q on a Malik. Or anyone. Shame on you, Dread Ducky. I want to say something. I'm not calling Dread Ducky players brainless. The players are not brainless, or at least I'm not going to say that out loud, because my opinions, especially on YouTube, you should probably be keeping them to yourself, because you don't want your viewers getting mad, or people watching you get easily offended. But what I'm saying is the Dread Ducky himself is brainless. What? He just is, okay? He just is. I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave my argument there. Thank you for joining my Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney frickin' battle against Glowstick about the rebalancing. I'm taking a little break from this game, a minimum of a few days, a maximum of maybe to the Silent Hill DLC. I will definitely be streaming Silent Hill on release, unless of course it comes out really late for me. In that case, I'll have to push it back to, you know, the next day. But that'll do for now. I'm not even done. There's still the power-ups, the RNG. We still need to talk about RNG and the power-ups. Oh my god. I've not even talked about the Malik Phantom, the shield, the triple stun. Oh, especially we haven't talked about the Malik or the triple stun. But I think I'll leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. As again, I've destroyed my voice. I've probably been talking for an hour straight now. Because 2 recordings. This isn't 1 hour. This video is probably going to be at least over 20 minutes. I doubt this will be 30 minutes because I made this one a bit shorter to my previous one. Because again, my voice is dying. You can probably hear me getting a bit quiet now. That's because my voice is starting to, you know, die down. So I'm going to need to tone it down a bit. Yeah. Thank you so much for the channel support. All of yous are awesome. Again, thank you so much for 60 subscribers. We're on our way to 100. That's the next big thing, is 100 subscribers, where something special will come then. You'll have to wait and see. If you want to know what it is, get me 100 subscribers. I'm joking. I didn't, not as a bossy way or a selfish. But yeah, again, thank you so much for the support. It means a lot to me, guys and gals. And of course, have a good morning, day, afternoon, evening, or night. Oh, yes, thank you so much. Mwah. There we go, 27 minutes. Thank you, guys. Send your opinions below. I'll read them. But thank you and goodbye.